It's me, the Mystery Man. I've come to tell you about some stuff regarding Roblox. Today, I'll be addressing all of the issues on Roblox. This is for the people that haven't played in Roblox for a long while, or have not, or even have played a lot of times, or just people who wanted to know. I am only making this video to spread awareness of what is going on. I recommend that you do your own research. This video will contain some pretty sensitive topics, so if you're a kid, you gotta go. But if you don't like topics such as these, it is your choice to go. Now, with all that aside, let us start with the first drama coming from 2020. Okay, so there are these pedophiles going around everywhere, right? Especially on Roblox, where it basically became a predator playground. So, a designated hero called Schlep appeared and started getting rid of these bad actors, aka predators. But then, Roblox sued the guy. They sent a lawsuit and everything, even banned all his accounts and managed to stop him from getting any more money from any channels at all. And I knew he was making money from one of those channels. I just can't remember the channel that he had before. But you certainly won't forget this one. He's been getting pedophiles arrested and might still be doing it to this very day. Now on that note, the CEO of Roblox, David Baszucki, said in an interview, "We see pedophiles as an opportunity." An opportunity? For what, David? So many Roblox developers are getting drama just like you, and you assume people worse than murderers are an opportunity? At this point, the word pedophile gets spouted around so much to the point where nobody cares anymore. Now, as of recently, Schlep has been quite unprofessional on Twitter. I wouldn't say that he is the saint of all time. S-A-T. Because he was talking about the issue with lolicons, which lolicons are pretty bad themselves. But he wasn't dealing the kind of situation that he had to deal with. A guy called Parlo came back and decided to give him a document to prove that Schlep was hiring disgusting people and defending predators. So now the tables may turn. Either that, or Schlep actually responds. By the way, Parlo was secretly a pedophile while also being a scammer while doing drama videos on Roblox. Now about Matt Kaufman, an employee of Roblox who is supposed to be chief police on Roblox. There had been leaks of him playing condom games on Roblox. If you don't know what condom games are, oh, sweet summer child, do not get curious. He might not be fired, he might be fired, I don't know about that. For someone who is supposed to be chief officer of Roblox, he is playing condo games, which is pretty odd. And condo games, rather, because I've been saying the wrong thing. Condo games rather than condom games, because they are different things, and they weren't saying condom games. They were saying condo games, last time I checked. And funny enough, I could be wrong about this whole thing, but he does have the badges still, so he is suspicious. Inappropriate avatars have also been an issue for quite a while. Seems like lust didn't just take 30-year-olds, but to all of us. It's like a virus, I tell you. Now then, moving on. You see, they've been simping over investors for years. Over time, their greed would overtake them as hard as lust overtakes a lot of these predators on this platform. They have been murdering their own identity for investors for so long, sacrificing history and all of that. Starting off with the unfortunate removal of classic faces. Classic faces in the old Robloxian era have been the coolest faces ever. You had your epic faces, cute faces, classic swagger faces, all that jazz. But one day, things would change in March of 2026. Roblox would release their first public teaser of dynamic face replacements. It looked terrible, absolutely horrible. But then they would team up with a certain company that will perfect these dynamic heads, knowing how horrible they are, saving us from certain doom. But even still, the dynamic heads were terrible. But at least it wasn't like in the previews. Now then, I have heard word from Pond Roblox that Roblox has recently decided to do something about classic 2D clothing. It will not be deleted, thankfully, but in June, classic clothing is going to change. Now you're going to need a premium subscription to get those uploaded and on sale for a while. Not only that, you're going to need Roblox Premium to even publish your games. Back then, you could upload games for free. That was their motto. Now it's been paywalled, meaning you'd have to pay a premium to make your own game become public. You didn't need to do all of that originally. You could just publish a game. And guess what? Roblox Premium isn't even gonna be the same anymore. You know something called Roblox Plus? Well, my good friend, it's the new Roblox Premium. They changed the Roblox Premium. You get 6 months free, but when that ends, that's when you're gonna have to pay up. Not only that, when you publish the game to Roblox, you get 50% of revenue from the game. Roblox cut it off and took 50% of the other money for themselves. Because back then, you used to get 100%. All this made developers quit developing and Roblox in general. And Roblox is still forcing the same age verification that got everyone that used it doxxed. I hope this is just a rumor. And I hope it doesn't mean that everyone in the world knows your IP address. But it's there alright. It's leaked alright. Same thing that forced people to scan their own face into it. Disgusting. 3 apps were made for age verification stuff. Not necessarily apps, but just sections for individual accounts within Roblox. First was Roblox Kids, Roblox Select, basically Roblox Regular, and Roblox 16+. All 3 are sections for individual accounts. Roblox Kids for mild, moderate games, up goes moderate, then higher is mature. If there's any details I have missed, it's fine. You can tell me about it in the comments. But for now, This is one hell of a run that Roblox has had recently. I pray to God that Roblox changes their ways at some point. But alas, here we are now. Roblox is on the brink of death. And you know, I think TikTok started all of this in 2020. And some other major problems. Fun fact, TikTok was made in China. Big whoop. Everybody's already using TikTok anyway. So now, I think Roblox might be doing something catastrophic at some point. Let me tell you something. I say I'm a guy who's always right. Not because of my ego, but because most of the time, I was. About 3 or 4 days ago, while playing Pawn by 14, I was asking about what happened to Father and Jacob. Back in the old days, there were these two, before they would change it to the Collector, and the furry replacement called Gunhound. And I guess that their permission got pulled in that lobby, and I was right. All the devs of the two characters of Father and Jacob wanted for them to be gone. So that's why they changed. But there is one thing I do not want to be right about. Out of all the things I'd be right about, it's the one thing I hope I am not right about. The removal of R6. It's not going to benefit the game at all. It's not going to benefit any game at all. Given that most games use R6 because it's cool, easy, and reliable. Most games use R6. Everybody loves R6. It gives them not just nostalgia, but it's actually cool. Even the newer generations of Roblox games use R6 to build their games. And R6 is called R6 because it has 6 parts in a rig. R15 has 15 parts in his own rig, therefore making it difficult to animate. As if it wasn't difficult to animate already. So many games are going to be broken because of this. I hate my life. You can quit if you want. You kinda should, but it's your choice. I can't control your actions. You can. And you can't do anything about all this stuff going on in Roblox, really. Unless if you're an adult planning to sue them. You are only in control of yourself, and you need to remember that. If you have made it this far, then congrats. I have a question for you. You remember those iPad kids? Yeah, pretty annoying, right? Parents are literally the worst around here nowadays. But often, kids with those iPads get so personal with it, as they lose every single bit of brain in their head. The brain rot, the insanity, you know, just iPad kids as they are. Now here's my question. What will that kid look like when they become an adult? Do you genuinely think that a grown man saying stuff in the brain rot language and looking at their iPad screen like they're still a toddler on the iPad, do you think that's what an adult should be? Because that is what an iPad kid is going to look like when they become an adult. That I think. Not only that, but there are thousands of millions of iPad kids today getting personal over their own stolen brain rot on Roblox, getting their brains rotten by the second by whatever brain rot they are all seeing. What will that mean for the future of humanity? Didn't you expect a cybernetic future where there's peace, intelligence, where everyone is not constantly saying tung tung sahur or skibbity toilet or whatever the hell they are saying nowadays? Not only that, but imagine a little child that had been raped by a 30-year-old man. What would their future look like? How would they look if they become an adult? Because then again, there's hypersexuality. And I'm not talking about woke BS, I'm talking about something actually serious. If you look up the definition of hypersexuality, let me tell you, you are definitely gonna feel bad for these poor children if you didn't before. And they have all of that to deal with for the rest of their life if they have this condition. I know you may not even care about the future of humanity as a whole, or even humanity at all. I know you want your stupid, dumb, tiny, little, insignificant excuse of a gremlin to shut the hell up while you are working so hard to keep a whole house together, the whole family together, and all this stuff is so expensive now, and I get that. I understand your anger, but all I ask, please, don't subject your child to unlimited access to an iPad. Do not let your child get into brain rot. Do not let your child get screwed up by a 30-year-old man or anyone at all. Please. It is all I ask of you, of all of you. Preserve the future of humanity. Please.